Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. Coming up, a new ice cream flavor that we are pumped about.
Also, did the CIA find the Ark of the Covenant with a psychic?
All that and more on the way next. Earlier this week, we talked about Ashton Hall, a fitness influencer who went viral for sharing his morning routine video. Mm-hmm. His morning routine lasts 4 hours. He says it changed his life. You watch it, people have just been roasting it for the last week. He kind of does nothing. Like his morning routine is it's 4 hours of not actually a lot happening.
Yeah, it's 4 hours as someone tweeted out, 4 hours of just joking around a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, why are you just up for that amount of time just to really do not a lot?
To mostly eat a banana, rub the peel on your face.
Swim for 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
And repeatedly show off Saratoga Water.
Yes.
Which, that is the big winner from this video, is this fitness influencer, Ashton Hall, that is now blown up. His Saratoga Water is featured in a lot of the stuff he's posted. Mm-hmm. That's not a sponsorship. That's just the water he likes or whatever.
He loves it, apparently.
And in a way, that love of Saratoga Water has actually cost him dearly.
Okay.
Because he features it so prominently. Now this video is blown up. It's huge. And he didn't have any sponsorship with Saratoga Water. So essentially he gave them a free marketing campaign where their brand awareness has skyrocketed. And he gets absolutely nothing from them for it.
Yeah, apparently Google searches for Saratoga Water went up by more than 1,200% after this Ashton Hall stunt went viral.
I don't even know how to fathom that in my mind.
No,
1,200%. So if they were getting 10 searches before, what does that even mean? Does that mean they're getting 120,000 or something like that?
Something, yeah. It's crazy.
And obviously that's more than that.
Yeah, whatever searches they were getting, they're getting a lot more. But it's insane. And they are such a small brand they're part of a bigger brand company. Mm-hmm. But the water brand itself, Saratoga Water, is such a small brand that they don't even post that much on social media. Mm-hmm. So even though this was going viral all through last week, they didn't post about it until I think either late Sunday, early Monday morning. They didn't even post to acknowledge this crazy virality they had with Ashton Hall's video. And now they have posted several, including one that looks like a painting with Saratoga Water and a banana. And it's actually really cool what they did. So they're taking full advantage of it now, which is great.
They are. He didn't, Ashton Hall.
No.
Which really adds insult to injury. Not only getting roasted online, but he didn't make any money for it. But you think about it, Allie, we can't be too harsh on him for this because we've probably done very similar things since we do lots of food fights and we talk about lots of brands here on RadioU and we don't do any ads, so we're not making any money off of that. But think about all the brands, think about where Popeyes would be if it wasn't for me. What their brand awareness would be, it'd probably be much lower.
Exactly. I feel like you talk about it all the time.
I really do. I think I'm maybe single-handedly responsible between the money I spend there and the publicity I've given them for their existence.
What about the publicity of you making me never want to go there because you talk about how they always get your order wrong?
And yet they still persist. Allie, just a quick look at the calendar. Today definitely is March 27th, right?
It is.
It's not April 1st. It's not April Fool's Day.
Nope.
That means this must be real.
Okay.
A brand called Frida is now making and producing and presumably selling breast milk flavored ice cream.
Oh, no, I hate that.
I think that's important to point out that it's not... it says on the package breast milk ice cream. Is it flavored like breast milk or is it breast milk? Because I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
So many questions.
I would want to know if it's flavored or actually is.
If it is breast milk, how can you possibly supply enough of that to make who are you milking?
I don't even want to think about that. But yeah, how are they getting this?
Now, according to them, this is the perfect time to do this. You know why?
Why?
Studies show 70% of women have sampled their own milk. And 29% of men are interested. That's what this says.
They're interested, but they haven't tried it yet.
Kourtney Kardashian has sampled her own milk.
If she's doing it, I guess we must all do it.
That opens the door. That makes it acceptable. I'm glad they're doing this.
Really?
Yes, I am.
So you're part of the 29% of men that want to try it?
Say that.
Why are you glad they're doing this then?
Because now babies can finally have ice cream. Obviously.
That's not what that means.
Why not?
A baby, it's just, that's not what that means.
I think it definitely means this.
No.
This is ice cream for babies.
No.
It's the only explanation. They swear up and down that this is not a joke. This is actually a real thing that in some way people can acquire. And if you go to their website, it says they also sell like breast pumps and stuff. So that's where this all comes from. So it just goes pumped to try it. Question mark.
Oh, no. It does say that it is designed to mimic breast milk, so it isn't actually
That's what I'm saying.
real.
I just like logistically, I just can't imagine.
Yeah, no, you don't want to take milk away from a baby.
Yeah, that's right. And I don't know many probably women that would want to sign up for, a life as a cow, basically.
Well, and also there's like a lot of probably testing and different things that it would have to go through. That'd be a lot of overhead.
But then again, when they say breast milk flavored, this is truly one of those things where it's like, I'll just take your word for it, even if I ever did try it, because like, how would I even know?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I'm like,
I don't remember from being a baby.
Right. I don't know what breast milk tastes like, so I would not be able to say if it actually tastes like it or not.
So, food fight?
No. Absolutely not.
RadioU.com. The RadioU app is where you can donate on Throwback Thursday during the spring fundraiser, and why wouldn't you after this? Today is opening day for the spring fundraiser, for Major League Baseball. We've got, I think it's just about every team in action today, and so I think it's time for you, our baseball expert, to share your prediction for the season.
Oh, my prediction for the season?
Yeah, you got to decide now. People will remember this in November when a World Series champion is crowned, whether you got it right or not. And they will hold you accountable.
Okay. Well, so last year, the Los Angeles Dodgers won. So I'm just going to say it now. I don't think they're going to win again.
Okay. We're in agreement on that.
I don't believe in repeats. In baseball specifically, that's like, I feel like one of the hardest sports to repeat in.
They're one of the biggest preseason World Series favorites in the last like 20 years.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with, let's go with a team from the American League. I don't want to pick the Yankees. I think they might actually end up with a season that's not as good as what they were last year. They were in the World Series last year, if you didn't know that. Lost to the Dodgers in 5 games.
My bold prediction, first of all, is the Yankees miss the playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
You think they're going to be that bad?
Yes, I do.
I definitely think they're not going to be as good. And a lot of people are predicting that they'll be as good, but they always say the Yankees and Dodgers will be good. I'm going to go with... Nah, I don't know.
You haven't thought about this before now?
I'm not really the type of person that likes to think about like prediction as far as who will win. You know what? I said American League. I'm going to go National League. I'm going to go with the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay. Wow. We are, I can tell that you've really thought a lot about this.
Absolutely.
I have thought a lot about this, but we are in agreement because I think the Phillies have a really good combo of like a very solid lineup. Yeah. But their pitching, I really trust their pitching when they get to the playoffs. I think they're going to be tough to mess with. And so I like the Phillies to get to the World Series. But of course, as we all know, they will lose to the Boston Red Sox. You want to talk about pitching. The Red Sox, if they have a healthy pitching staff, they can have 7 starters that you would be afraid of. And of course, some of them will wind up in their bullpen when it comes to the playoffs. Which is their concern is the bullpen, but they have so many starters that I think in the playoffs they can convert some guys and be very dangerous. And obviously they've got a great lineup. So the Red Sox are going to win the World Series over the Phillies.
All right. Well, we will at least be in tandem on one part.
Yeah.
The Phillies will make the World Series.
Now, how about why don't you give us some awards? MVP, Cy Young.
Okay, MVP. Let's go with J-Ram for the American League. That's Jose Ramirez.
Of course.
He's got to win it at some point, right?
What a homer pick.
He's been in the top 5 for every year of his career almost. So my hope is that he finally gets it done this year. I'll go with Shohei Ohtani for the National League because why not?
I don't think the Dodgers will win the World Series, but I think it would be silly to not pick Shohei Ohtani.
He's pitching again this year.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have that high value once again. So for Cy Young, I'm gonna go with another homer pick. I'm going to go with a relief pitcher winning it in the American League this year, Emmanuel Clase from the Cleveland Guardians. He was second in the voting last year.
I don't have Cy Young picks, but I just think Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will win the MVP. He's going to have a big season. Part of why the Yankees won't make the playoffs is because the Blue Jays will be better than them.
Okay.
And he's going to have a really big season. And that's all I have to say about that.
And no one from the National League?
You know what? I haven't thought about it as much, and so I'm just not even. Wait, no, Shohei Ohtani.
Okay,
obviously.
yeah, you said Shohei. That's right.
I did think about it.
We both picked Shohei for that.
Let us know your predictions at 8772 Radio U. Cannot wait for opening day later today. And of course, donate at RadioU.com or in the Radio U app in the spring fundraiser. Huge announcement yesterday. Marvel has revealed the basically entire cast list of the next Avengers movie, Avengers Doomsday, and it basically has everybody in it.
Yeah, I saw this, and actually Nene told me yesterday, he said he was seeing something online where it's like Marvel was going to make their biggest announcement since Robert Downey Jr. Being announced as Dr. Doom. And I was like, oh boy, what are they going to announce? And I have to say, as cool as this is, it's also a little bit like, I don't know. I feel a little
overwhelmed.
It's a lot of people, that is for sure. But I'm also a little confused as to all what is happening here. It's a lot of people, and I'm like, they're not all going to have great moments in a movie because it would have to be 12 hours long. If it was.
Hey, I wouldn't put that past them.
Well, it's going to be long. Yeah. I would imagine 3 hours or plus that. But I just feel like I didn't even know that they were starting phase 6. Apparently, this is phase 6 is how this will start, or Fantastic Four will start this. And I didn't even know they were in phase 5. I thought they were still in phase 4. I gotta be honest. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it, but also a little apprehensive, if that makes sense.
What is head scratching to me is these are characters that are from movies that have otherwise, when we got to Avengers Endgame, it would have been shown how everything was connected.
Yes.
They're showing that, okay, so for example, Channing Tatum as Gambit is going to be in this movie. He's been in one Marvel movie so far.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's connected to absolutely nothing, really. Yep. Also, Ian McKellen as Magneto from the original X-Men movies from way back in the day. He hasn't been in a Marvel movie since when?
The 2000s?
It's been a while.
Maybe 2010s?
Kelsey Grammer is Beast. He, again, hasn't been in a Marvel movie in a long time. So all these old X-Men cast members, but then also Namor, the villain from the newest Black Panther movie, is in this. And then you got Ant-Man, Bucky Barnes, and then the new Fantastic Four, the new Captain America, et cetera, et cetera. So they're just connecting all these things that I don't even understand. I do not want to be in. I just don't want to have to try to rack my brain with ideas of how they're going to connect all of this. Yeah. And fit it all in.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
It just feels like they don't know what to do. It just feels like that, right? It feels like they're we don't know why our movies are failing right now. Captain America did not do well in the box office, is not doing well in the box office. They're we don't know what to do right now, so we're just going to throw every single hero and villain in this movie, Avengers Doomsday, to get everybody back for nostalgic reasons, even though it makes zero sense that these people are all in the movie together. They have to be doing some type of multiverse something to make it work. But to me, it's just again, and I told this to Nene yesterday, I was I hate it when these superhero movies do stuff that they haven't earned and they want us to make it. They want to make us feel like it's the biggest event ever, but they haven't earned the big event. This is what this feels like. You didn't earn Doomsday, and you're putting all these people in it.
Yeah, but I do want to just know how it turns out.
We'll still watch it.
I'm not going to not go to see Ian McKellen as Magneto.
Yeah, no, I love him, but I'm like, why is he there?
RadioU.com. Donate in the spring fundraiser. Allie, I love a good conspiracy theory.
Sure.
I mean, I don't think I believe in many.
Okay.
But I don't think anybody that believes in conspiracy theories actually thinks they're conspiracy theories. They just think they're the truth.
Yeah, that's probably a correct take.
Yeah. So anyways, but this is a wild one.
Okay.
According to some recently declassified CIA documents, the United States, at least some in the United States in the CIA, know the location of the Ark of the Covenant, from the Bible.
Okay.
And Indiana Jones. They claim this goes back to the 1980s. This was part of a project called Sunstreak, where they used a method called remote viewing, which now sounds entirely different. That just sounds like you're having a meeting online or something.
It sounds like COVID.
Yeah, but in this case, remote viewing is the ability to see a distant or unseen object using only your mind.
Okay.
And the CIA ran experiments with this in the 1980s. So,
oh boy.
Your tax money was well spent back in the 80s, clearly. They claim, so according to these documents, in the 1980s, remote viewer number 032 was given coordinates and ended up finding the Ark of the Covenant hidden somewhere in the Middle East.
What?
Yeah, shockingly. They claim to see people in the area speaking Arabic, individuals clothed in virtually all white with black hair and dark eyes, and buildings that resembled mosque domes. But they don't. The documents do not go on to say whether anyone in the United States government took the psychic's claim seriously and went to actually go find it in person or not.
Oh, so he's just racially profiling.
I guess kind of. It sounds like that. Yeah.
Well, okay. This is crazy, I have to say. I've never heard of this concept of remote viewing before.
No.
Not familiar with this practice. But I will say, I don't know the year that this happened. All I see that it says is the 1980s. But if you remember, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark came out in 1981. Mm-hmm. And it kind of did spark a fever to once again try and find the Ark of the Covenant.
Despite the end of that movie.
Yeah, despite the end being like, don't try and find it. Yeah. It's a bad idea. But not that I, buy into that's actually what would happen. But still, it did spark that interest once more in like, where is the Ark of the Covenant?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's a part of this.
Just the way that Monty Python and the Holy Grail sparked a search for the Holy Grail, right? I cannot believe. I mean, these are declassified documents. This actually happened.
Yeah, this actually took place.
They had people in, and they're like, "You think you can find this for us?"
And this is remote viewer number 32.
Yeah,
there was 31 others.
And I'm assuming they were also looking for other things that we don't know where they are.
Yeah, the Holy Grail.
Yeah. It makes you wonder what they're doing now that we don't know about.
I mean, the Area 51, right? That's got to be full of a bunch of stuff that we just are like...
Remote viewers, probably. That's where they keep them.
That's where they keep them.
Yeah. All right. A much better use of your money, I feel, is giving to Radio U.
Yes.
Still pay your taxes, but don't try to not do that. But also donate to Radio U. It's tax deductible. deductible. RadioU.com, the Radio U app, and today is Throwback Thursday. So you'll get the Throwback Thursday Now and Then channel. Times are tough. It's hard to be able to afford anything. Imagine you're out on a date and the guy pulls out a credit card to pay. That's nice that he wants to pay, right?
Yes.
But then you look closely and you see that it's a woman's name. It's his mom's card.
No.
You got on a date and he's going to pay with his mom's credit card.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you'd be happy that he'd be willing to pay, as I believe the man should pay on a date. But the fact that he's using his mom's credit card is a little bit of a red flag.
It's a red flag. This happened to a gal who posted it on TikTok, that the guy not only pulled out his mom's credit card, a Black American Express, to pay for their evening, but he literally says, do you want me to pay, or do you want to pay for your drink? Or would you like my mom to?
Oh, no.
Like, he's trying to
said his mom.
make light of it? I don't even know.
He literally admitted it.
Yeah. Michael's over here in absolute shock. I've never seen Michael so shocked before.
Oh, man, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's really bad. I will say it is nice to know, though, because I have felt like the tides shifted a little bit, in especially like millennial generation, where people were like, oh, no, guys don't need to pay for the first date or whatever.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gen Z has shifted back to what I consider what should be correct, where it says studies have shown that Gen Z women paid for only 2% of the dates they went on. So
Wow.
it's becoming more commonplace for the guys to pay.
Once again, well, I mean, you would believe that.
Why?
Because you're a woman.
Well,
I believe other people should pay for me too. Yeah. That'd be nice.
No, I believe chivalry is not dead, and this is how it should be. Guys should ask the girl on the date, and then they should pay for it.
I do like the idea that I feel like guys are more likely to ask a woman out on a date and then just be like completely out of pocket when, like just say nonsense on the date or just not act right.
Yeah.
If you at least have to, that you're going to be paying at the end of it, it puts a little more pressure on you. Like, you're putting money into this. You know what I mean?
You're investing.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to actually try.
Yeah. So it's good that guys are doing this.
Exactly. Yeah. And also it's a manly thing to do. It's a gentlemanly thing to do. Be a gentleman.
I feel like he could have probably just covertly gotten away with this, though.
Exactly.
If he didn't try to make a light of it or brag. I don't know what he's doing.
He gave it away by being like, "You want my mom to pay for it?" But if I've been on plenty of dates, I'm not looking at the guy's card when he puts it down on the check. I'm not like looking to see what name's on there. So yeah, he definitely would have gotten away with it if he hadn't said that.
This definitely should not be a trend.
No. Don't make it a trend.
But we won't know if you use your mom's card to donate to RadioU. We have no way of knowing or stopping you.
That's true.
So at least put it to good use if you're going to take your mom's American Express. RadioU.com, the RadioU app, or 8772-RadioU to donate.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.